won Super Bowl 59.
Dude, it gave me goosebumps watching it.
Rivian pulled up to the stadium with the snow tires on, the tinted windows. Many men came on, and it was just a murder.
This guy wins. Look at his record. Look at his stats. Thank God he's a Philadelphia Eagle.
You can mark this down. I think the Eagles are hosting the NFC Championship game.
I don't care how it looks at this point, as long as it's a win.
Vaughn came up with it.
Oh, Bond's an animal.
That guy's playing at an all-pro level.
I mean, you could have heard that from a mile, dude. That stadium was loud.
Lock in, Bruce. Another Speaking Birds. What is up, my Bruce, my bird? Bruce, we are back. It's another Speaking Birds. It's your boy Speaks here, and I'm joined with the boy John. What's up, man?
How we doing?
Ooh. Wee. Bit of an emergency pod here today. Some breaking news. The Eagles found their guy, got their guy. New offensive coordinator for your Philadelphia Eagles is Sean Mannion. What the instant take here, John? What are we thinking about this?
At first I was like, oh God, here we go again. But from just looking around the league and seeing what people say, a lot of people are pretty excited about it. Obviously Green Bay went out and said that he's like could be a head coach candidate, in a few years. So, I again, right away, I was a little negative, but how can you be negative when you haven't seen what a guy's done? So the only thing that maybe bothers me is, he's never called plays. So we're back at square one there. Has only been a quarterback coach for a year for the Packers. I think the year before that, he was like quality control analyst. So I'm not sure that he's actually going to call plays, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's throw that out there because, yeah, like you said, this guy, no play calling experience, obviously, he just doesn't have it. And I don't know. Earlier this week, there were reports rumbling around that, hey, if they don't find the right fit or the right guy, Sirianni's could call the plays. So yeah, what do you think? Is this sort of a big swing on a maybe developmental mind and maybe Sirianni's still going to be calling the plays there? I mean, you kind of mentioned it, and I don't know if it's far off. You could see that happening. Are you really going to give a guy, Sean Mannion, just the keys to the offense?
Well, I mean, two things here. You obviously look around the league and, a lot of people are pretty high on his football IQ. However, again, he never called plays. Although last year being the quarterback coach, for the Packers, Jordan Love, I believe, had his best year, as well as Malik Willis looked like a serviceable quarterback, for a little bit there. And,
right.
I doubt it. I doubt he's going to call plays. I mean, he's got a lot of things to fix, be it that, if Stoutland is no longer the run game coordinator. Now he's got to fix the run game and he's got to fix a broken passing game. I don't know. I'd like to see, if he calls plays, fine, but do you really give him the keys to run his offense, or is it again Nick's offense, which is more likely to me?
Right. So yeah, just kind of touching back on what you mentioned. So it was reported that sometime last season, they took the run game coordinator duties from Stoutland. And yeah, like you mentioned, I mean, this is a lot to put on a play for a guy that's, maybe not even been an offensive coordinator, not calling the plays. Yeah, he's got to come in. He's got to, take over that. I mean, even filling out a staff. I mean, does he have the connections, the pedigree to really fill out a staff the way he wants? I mean, there's a lot to do when you get this position. I don't know. But like you mentioned, a big part of kind of his feather in the cap was Malik Willis, and kind of like you mentioned, looking like a serviceable backup, serviceable quarterback. Didn't look like they missed a beat when he had to step in when he did. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel immediately about this. I don't think the Eagles were in position to reach this far, because you saw what happened. Anytime, like KP never called plays, you give him the go, he fails miserably. I mean, if this guy comes in here and Sirianni does more of the same of what he's able to do offense wise, and this guy can't get it together, then you're in. I mean, this is Sirianni's job. he basically put his job out on the line here to hire this guy. Maybe, maybe it wasn't his first pick, but if this thing fails again, he's gone. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
for sure. And the other thing is like, and I'm just going to throw this out there. They were supposed to interview Doug Peterson and a couple other, they obviously they did the Brian Dable. They didn't get to interview Mike McDaniel, but I think Sirianni's scared to let the keys go on the offense. I mean, you come in and you bring in a guy like, let's just say Doug Peterson, you know, you don't give a guy like Doug Peterson the reins. I think that's why people were saying no. You know what I mean? Like, this is more of like
Well,
another
yeah,
scape guy, kind of like Patullo to me. And Patullo he's been in the league for like 10 plus years. So
yeah, and with Sirianni for 5.
right.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the dynamic is. I don't think you're far off in that. And I know they have a lot of coaches. I mean, let's Statland, for example, and there were reports, years ago when they were interested in Cliff Kingsbury that, Cliff wanted to bring his own guys in here and maybe that meant Stout was no longer with the team. It's hard to think that you could have a coach coming into a new place that wouldn't want a guy like Jeff Stoutland, who's, arguably the best, offensive line coach in the league. But yeah, maybe there is that aspect of they don't want to let some of these guys go, and they need maybe Sirianni doesn't want to let certain aspects of his offense go, and they need a guy that's young, that's bushy tailed and wide eyed
Yeah.
to
A
come in
yes
here.
man.
Take whatever
They
they
need
can
a
get.
yes man. Yeah.
There, yeah. I agree, and I don't think that this team. I don't know. I think you need someone to come in here with their own ideas, with their own ideologies, and really just take control of it. Um, again, I don't want to be negative. This is who we got, but I don't know. This is one last swing with Sirianni, and this is the guy that he's willing to do it with. So I guess that should say something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're gonna see. If like you said, if it doesn't go well, I would say it's time to get Sirianni's ticket out of here. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you got a little background on this Sean Mannion cat.
yeah, I do. I got a little bit here. Obviously, he was drafted in I believe 2015 by the St. Louis Rams. That was under Jeff Fisher, third string quarterback in the room with Nick Foles. And who'd you say?
Oh, he was Case Keenum. He was in the
Case
room with
Keenum.
Case
Yeah, yeah.
Keenum.
And then in I believe 2020. I don't know if he signed. I don't think he was traded. I think he maybe just signed with the
Yeah.
Vikings under Mike Zimmer. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely under a
Yeah.
couple quality coaches there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and he's been coaching what since 2 years? 2 years since
Yeah,
2014,
2 years. Yeah, I
2024.
said
Sorry.
that. Yeah, last year he was the QB
Oh, yeah.
coach, and I believe the year before that he was like a quality control analyst or something like that.
Man, I don't know. I'm a little I'm just a little worried about the little like lack of experience, or and not saying that he's not a good mind and can't get the job done, but some of the going through motions things of having a new gig, right? Like there's going to be learning curves that you're going to experience from a guy that's never done it before versus a guy that has gone through the motions, has filled out a staff, has commanded the room, has knows the things to say to a new team. I don't know. It just gives me some panic here.
But let's say he explodes on the scene too. Does he get a head coach fucking nod next year?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, he definitely could. I don't
Yeah,
know,
I don't
but
know.
maybe I'm talking out of school though. I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I don't know a ton about him. I know he's well respected, obviously, and it seems like a lot of people are super excited about it. So I'll continue with that excitement. You know what I mean? And until he proves me otherwise, obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, it does look like he will be calling the plays, just as it's reported now. But it looks like it's probably going to be more of Sirianni's offense.
Yeah, I don't know if
So
I believe that he's going to be calling the play. I don't know if I believe that it wasn't Sirianni calling plays last year again. Because if it's still the Sirianni offense, like, are you really calling the fucking plays you want, or are you just, Who knows?
Yeah, it's definitely a crazy hire. I think. I don't know. I mean, like this. I think like the Eagles fan base, I think, is ready to explode. if
Yeah.
they if they don't make it, I mean, I don't know. When you look at a guy like AJ Brown, whose future is unclear. If you bring in a guy like, you know, Sean Mannion is not the flashy name, but if you bring in a guy with a flashy name with some pedigree, maybe you get him to stay. And I'm not saying I want that, but it sure doesn't help. When he looks around and thinks, oh, that this guy's here. I think he's probably going to want out. If it's
Yeah.
more, if he looks at the writing on the wall and sees, oh, okay, it's going to be more Sirianni stuff. We saw how that went with him, so I think that's not going to bode well.
Yeah, I hear you there. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see here. I mean, I don't really know what else to say on it other than, I think unfortunately, I think it's time to get away from the Sirianni offense. So, if the guy can bring in a quality, I'm just kind of tired of it. But he's got a lot on his shoulders. He's, maybe he'll bring some fresh energy, but maybe he'll just get destroyed by the fan base. You know what I mean? So it's a lot for a young kid. It's, with not a lot of experience.
Yeah, I agree. I'm watching his highlight film here. Just
Oh yeah.
just slinging the rock. Yeah,
Nice.
it's kind of basic. They didn't really, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't really look like they gave him a lot of leash to work with. But
Sure.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's how did you think the entire process went? Because you hear these reports, and every other day here, casting a wide net, casting a wide net. Do you think this was how the Eagles brass saw this going? Did they want a Sean Mannion, or is this sort of a, we kind of I don't know how to phrase it. They didn't want this. Maybe they wanted a bigger name. Maybe they wanted another guy, and they weren't really getting it. I don't know.
Well, again, I think that goes back to, you bring these big guys in like Dable, they're gonna want to run their own offense, and they want the Sirianni offense. You know what I mean? I still feel like they kind of want this yes man type thing, or a sort of a guy they can blame, if it goes bad or something stupid like that. Just kind of seems like their way.
That's baffling to me. Why would you still want the Sirianni experience?
It's time for something new, man. The way it's been the past couple of years, it's time for something new.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the fall guy is Sirianni. Like that's it.
I think this year for sure, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, his seat's hot. His seat's hot now, and it's going to stay hot. It's going to stay hot until the final snap of next season. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I personally would have wanted someone with a little more experience, but I'm just glad it's not Jim Bob Cooter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before Daniel Jones got hurt, they had a pretty good looking offense. Yeah. I know they're ranked up there, so who knows? I don't know much about Jim Bob Cooter either, so
I mean, I think and I'm just doing this, maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but just based off the name, I couldn't be saying that. Maybe JBC or something, but I think it was reported like Nagy was out there, and like Nagy, you can't have that. Who else, man? Cliff Kingsbury was very silent. I think he probably notified teams he was maybe taking a year off.
Yeah. I mean, the kid from Charlie Waits Jr., he took no time. I think I don't know if they interviewed him or he just said, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to know what to believe because kind of how it goes. Like if you're not going to get the job, you just remove yourself from it. And from what I read, they didn't. They never like offered Dable anything. So I don't know. Maybe he got the vibe that they weren't interested, or maybe they said as much and he just removed himself. So and then you hear it's like he doesn't want the job. You hear a lot of this. Folks don't want the job, or but
I
maybe
think it's because they can't bring in what they want to bring in. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're gonna like why would you for a guy like Sean Mannion it makes sense. You're trying to build a career, but for a guy that's established like Dable, I mean not necessarily established, but you know what I mean. Or even a guy like Weiss Jr. Why are you going to put your potential future career on the line, and you're not going to be able to bring your exactly what you want to do? It just doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah, that's another way to look at it. Yeah, because the big payday is the head coach. That's the job they want to eventually get at. And if you come in here and you don't get to bring your stuff, and you're basically putting your lot in with Sirianni, and that doesn't go well, then yeah, you're kind of done, like you mentioned.
Yeah,
Let
and
me ask you this:
you look at Dable, it could be the end of his career. He comes in here, fucks it all up, and it's it's over.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. Let's look at it like this. Do you think now Howie and Lurie, we assume they're a couple steps ahead, a couple years down the line. Is this move, could this be maybe, hey, we're gonna bring this guy in. We like him, he's respected around the league. We want to see what he can do. Let's give Sirianni one more go at it. Sean Mannion will be here. He'll maybe he'll get to go through the motions of a promotion. If Sirianni doesn't do well this year, and we like what we see with Sean Mannion, are they sort of getting their future guy in the building?
Man, it's hard to say.
Is that crazy? I don't know.
That's not the first time I've heard that either. So
yeah,
it's tough to say.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of makes it seem like they're putting the heir apparent in there just to get him in the building.
Possibly.
But, we'll
How
see.
do you know that guy's the guy? So.
Well, if he isn't, then you fire Sirianni, then you're bringing Tomlin in next year.
Jeez.
No. He's speaking of defensive coaches. Have you seen the reports today coming around? I listened to a podcast, the PHLY boys. I mean, they're speculating about Fangio like he's going to be gone.
Yeah, I saw something today. He might retire.
Like that might be the big news Schefter was sort of hinting at. And man,
that's a
that
problem.
would be
that
would be a
problem.
huge problem.
Yeah.
Not only because you want Fangio on the coaching staff, obviously, but you let Christian Parker get poached by Dallas nonetheless, and
Clint Hurt, I think, was being looked at by somebody. I don't know if he went elsewhere, but
yeah, I think Clint Hurt's still here, but it just wouldn't be good. I mean, and then you would be out. Well, I guess you're not out the offensive coordinator now, but yeah, it'd be real shaky.
Yeah, that would get ugly.
Shaky. Yeah.
I don't know who if he retires, who do you think's he'll probably just fucking upgrade somebody, but there's a couple defensive minds out there, Raheem Morris, McDermott still hasn't took a head coach job, a couple other guys.
I saw the McDermott name pop out there, and I just don't know. I mean, just how he's been, just his personality the last couple of years.
He's whiny, super whiny lately.
That's really thrown me off. And look, had he kept a good relationship with I'm not saying he didn't, but I think the way he left was kind of messy. And then obviously with the shove to push stuff, yeah, it's just I don't know. I would have loved to bring back Jim Johnson's protege at some point.
Sure,
but I mean, I just couldn't see that guy being well embraced, considering. But yeah, we'll see. That's what we got now. That's what we're working with.
Only one way to find out.
The only way out is through on this.
Sure.
Sean Mannion. Man, anything else Eagles related that's happened? We had Christian Parker getting poached by Dallas for their defensive coordinator position. That's a big loss.
I did see one. There was talks of Michael Clay leaving, but they were able to retain him.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Clint Hurn, I think, was possibly interviewing for a head coaching job. I'm not sure what happened. Well, I think he was a head coach before.
Really? Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Where is he? Where is he a coach?
Let me look that up quick. I want to say
I got it pulled up here. Assistant head coach for Seattle.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, with
what I'm seeing.
Pete. Yeah, I remember that because I remember seeing him on the sidelines when they were. Yeah, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, he's
Got a whole
he's still
lot
with
else.
there. He's still with us. They should just teach like Big Dom how to coach at this point.
Well, he got
He
he got
wouldn't go
upgraded
anywhere.
to some sort of offensive role. I saw.
Yeah, just so wasn't it just so he could be on the sideline and stuff.
I don't know if it was an old. I just saw it recently. I don't know if they did something else. Maybe that was like an old thing that I saw. I'm not exactly sure. So
Yeah. I saw him down kicking around at the Senior Bowl.
oh yeah,
So he's down there. Yeah, he's down there scouting. He was on the sidelines just meandering around, doing whatever. Probably meeting with some kids. Um yeah. So it's been the off season so far. Man, I really think with Christian Parker going to Dallas, I think they're really going to push for Dean, which is going to be.
yeah.
I'm gonna hate to see it, but like I said, you're dead to me. Once you go to Dallas, I don't care about your career anymore. Like I'm not here to really root for you. And once you leave Dallas, then fine, we can talk about it. But yeah, I don't want any success for these guys. Maybe I'm bitter. I don't know.
Yeah, it's lame too because they go and interview him and then block us on the OC down there. So
I know. Yeah. Which shouldn't be the case because he's not calling plays and he would have called plays here, their
Sure.
offensive coordinator. But so yeah, I'm perusing the Green Bay Packers sub and looking at the comments regarding Sean Mannion. They seem to be really upset. Like, and I
yeah,
saw this the other day when they were sort of throwing his name out there for the position, and they were pretty upset. So they like him over there.
yep, for sure. I was gonna mention that too. I was perusing some
Yeah.
comments and stuff, and I saw a lot of guys they're like, if this happens, we'd be pretty upset.
Yeah, I don't think that he would be any worse than KP. So like that was like you're in the basement there. Like you're like the lowest of lows. And I think he's got a little more juice than KP has. So I guess that's a
I
positive.
mean, yeah, I think Ray Charles could probably call a better game than Kevin Patullo. So
Yeah, not saying much. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, fairly unknown to me. I know throughout the next couple weeks in this offseason we'll I'm sure learn more about him. But that's the news. New
yep,
offensive coordinator Sean Mannion.
yeah. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Any more breaking news? We'll break it.
Break it here. Get the feedback. Man, anything else? How's the snow been out there?
Oh, it's terrible, dude. It's freezing here now.
Oh,
We're in the middle of
no.
an Arctic blast, is what they're saying, and then we might get some more here this weekend. But
Get out of here.
it was pretty rough. It was pretty
I'm
rough.
s- I'm seeing like 17 degrees, 10 degrees.
Yeah, tomorrow
Like
night's gonna be one degree.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it
Man,
sucks.
gotta
My pipes were freezing, so I had to
yeah.
get underneath the house and fix that up.
Just hide some Miller Lights on the sidewalk and then you can shovel them out after it
Yeah,
snows.
yeah. I was out
Oh
cleaning the
man.
gazebo, the bird's nest off, every hour because it was coming down, man.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. But man, yeah, make it through. You're almost there. So well, I guess it's February. You got a couple more months.
Yeah, I'm gonna treat myself tomorrow after work to a hill farmstead Edward.
How'd you like that?
I thought it was a great pale ale. I mean, extremely smooth.
Yeah,
Probably one of the best pale ales I've had.
I like that. Yeah, I had one. I think I had one at Monkish
Okay.
in
Yeah, I
Philly.
remember
But
that now. Yeah.
like I mentioned on the pod though, their beer does come out under my preferred temp. Like it was kind of
Right.
warm, which I'm not hating on a warm beer, but it does kind of kill the mood if it's not like served at proper temp. I'm like, I don't know, it just doesn't taste as good as it should, but it was good.
Yeah, Pizza Boy puts them out pretty cold.
Yeah, I like that.
think they have
All right.
100
Well,
crap
man, I don't.
years, but yeah.
Let's do this. We got the Super Bowl coming up in a little bit over a week. 2 Sundays from now, we got the Patriots and the Seahawks. Who you got?
It doesn't really matter to me either way. I'd rather the Seahawks win. Just seen enough Patriots over the years, but I couldn't care less. I like both quarterbacks, to be honest. I'm happy for Darnold. Drake May looks to be, fairly solid, but I think their defense is what's really got them there. So
Yeah, I agree. I would like to see the Seahawks win. I just like I like a defensive led team. Yeah, Darnold. It'd be cool to see him. But more of all, I'm just over the Patriots and their fans. And
right.
I
What
don't
about
think they
this?
deserve to like bounce back and have another Super Bowl less than 5 years removed from Tom Brady. Like,
How do you feel about this? I know we talked about it a little bit in the text group, but Bill Belichick being what's the word I want to use? I guess shafted out of the first ballot Hall of Fame.
I think Clayton pretty much nailed it. I think, like, historically speaking, it is kind of crazy, but like, I don't know. I mean, dude, yeah, you cheated. It's like a silent FU. Like, you cheated twice, you got caught, you robbed the Eagles out of a Super Bowl in 2004. Like, maybe I kind of feel good that like first ballot's not like associated with his name.
Sure, I'm with you,
but
I couldn't care less.
Yeah, he'll get in though. I mean, it's
for sure.
But what if he never got in? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Well, it'd be like the MLB. Then you see
the,
guys like Pete Rose and So,
man, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but yeah, I was shocked. I mean, I was shocked to see it, but at the same time, don't cheat.
it'd be funny. He gets in next year, and he doesn't show up.
That would be crazy. Sends his 21-year-old girlfriend in his place.
Oh, God, yeah. Did you see the picture of him? They're on like the beach, and she's in like a mermaid outfit, and he's like, I forget what he's wearing. People were like, "This is why he didn't get into the Hall of Fame." It was pretty fucking hilarious. I'll have to see if I can find it.
That. He's wearing a cut off hoodie.
Yeah,
cut off hoodie and the.
I mean, it could have been AI. I don't know, but I thought it was hilarious.
Man, dude, AI is everything now. What's real? Maybe the Sean Mannion news is AI, and this is just an AI fever dream that we're living through.
Oh yeah, here we go. Bill Belichick, 72, catches girlfriend Jordan Hudson, 24, as a mermaid. I guess he's dressed up in a fisherman's outfit. And he has a rod and shit. Yeah. I'll send it to you.
Let me see. Oh my God, I see it now.
People are like, this is the reason.
This is the exact reason why you're not. That's crazy. That's insane. Like the type of production that needs to go. Like first of all, she's got to get into that. He's got to get into that stupid coat. That's crazy.
Pathetic.
Oh, it's Halloween. Jesus.
Oh, is that what it was? Makes a little more sense.
72. How old? 24.
Yeah.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, I guess.
That's right.
All right. Well, man, anything else?
I got nothing.
Eagles related you got?
Nope, I got nothing, man.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. Thanks for tuning in, and go Birds.
Yeah, go Birds. Hey, let's go Sixers too one time. Look good.
Oh yeah, what's going on, man? Yeah. I gotta tune into some Sixers. Oh man, Sixers games.
They beat up on the Bucks. I think it was 2 nights ago, or maybe last night. I can't remember now. But obviously, the Bucks don't have Giannis. They're trying to trade him. He demanded a trade, but Embiid starting. I was pretty hard on Embiid at the beginning of the year. It looked like he was washed. He's starting to play real well. Looks like he's having fun again. So I'm super happy to see that. And Paul George had a franchise tying 3-point night. I think he hit 9 threes, led the team with like 33 or something like that, or maybe 38. I forget. Edgecombe looks to be just poised. Maxi's
Oh, man.
poised.
Yeah, I'm from what I've seen, I really enjoy watching Edgecombe.
Yeah.
And Maxi's like tearing it up too, continuing to tear it up.
And then the other starter was Oubre, who I like. He just hustles and he plays hard. So I gotta love a guy like that.
Love me some Oubre. I've seen a little bit of reports here of maybe Giannis coming to Philly, but they want Edgecombe in that deal, and I would say no way.
No chance. No chance. I also saw rumors of Kyrie, but they also want Edgecombe, and I'm just not doing it.
Well, you got to be like a move away in that situation where, like, I don't even think. And look, I think they probably could make a playoff run, right? But like, I mean, that's a move that you make where you're. I don't know.
I think this team will make a playoff run. Now, I don't know if they beat any team, the West, but and they'll probably have to play possibly the Knicks or
yeah, we got to get over the
Cavs.
I'm tired of the Knicks, man.
The Cavs too are playing real well. I don't know. It's still a little early, but you get hot at the right time. You get all these guys playing together. It's going to be, there's potential there for sure.
Ring the bell. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. Go Sixers. Go Birds.
Go Sixers. Go Birds.
Go Phillies. Phillies reporting, I think.
We'll hold off on that one. All right, man. Take it easy.
All right. Go Birds.